And the Comets win! Comets win!
There's a nice feed by
Carter!
And Baisley with the rip. Dean Larry, you got to load that one up. Hey, hey.
Oh, got a little wink action there.
Hey, and set. The Warriors in the state final!
Hello, welcome to Mason Comets versus Lakota West Firebirds. I'm Ryan Hummel with my friend Kyle Harris, ready to watch the Comets take on the Firebirds. Comets with a 2-0 record, with the Firebirds at 1-5-1. What do you think this game's going to look like?
I think it should be an interesting game. Mason will be playing more possession, so we'll see how Lakota can respond.
There are quite a couple of good players on Lakota, so we cannot count them out. All right, let's see how this game goes.
Vinny Ray sprained his ankle inside. He didn't roll it to the outside. Normal ankle sprains are to the outside. Preston Brown's is rolled to the outside.
Looks like it's Lakota's kickoff.
Bigger muscles, more ligaments, more soft tissue damage. Sometimes it's better to break the ankle than to roll it inside. And Vinny Ray is battling that, so he will play special teams tonight.
As the Comets break the huddle, we are ready for the game.
Looks like the Comets are in a 4-3-3, and the Lakota Firebirds are in a 4-4-2.
That's what I'm looking at.
It's unfortunate because this football team is going to try to run the ball. Baltimore's going to try to run it down their throat, then throw it over their head. You have a 250-pound-plus linebacker suspended. You have a 250-pound-plus linebacker injured. Two big numbers.
Actually, it looks more like a 4-4-2 now for the Mason Comets. Kickoff for the Firebirds. Ball coming up the middle of the field. Played wide, cut off by Jake Snyder. And throw for the Firebirds.
Good opening start for the Lakota Firebirds. Nice and aggressive.
Oh, it is a throw for the Comets. A little bit of confusion over on the throws.
Never missed a game in the NFL in his 4 previous years with the Buffalo Bills. He also never missed one at Louisville. Right. So this will be the first game that he has missed since being at Northwest High School. Let's take a look at a player we are looking to provide a spark for the Bengals tonight. That is brought to you by Sav Aaron Artisanal.
Good flick on.
Good
official sauerkraut of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Clearance by
Andy Dalton has to be the maestro out there.
Josh Iro looks wide to Carter Womack, intercepted. Comets look to recycle the ball.
Good spacing from Mason right now.
Michael Cavani picks the ball up in the middle of the field, loses the possession, but fights back for it. Val Carson comes back to help. All the way back to Hawkins. Nobody there for the Lakota Firebirds. Bad touch, good reception by the Comets. Swings around the back, going towards the left side of the field now. Comets have yet to go over to this left side, so let's see how this works out. A good dummy by Koki Yoshihara. Ben Damsey plays the ball back in the middle of the field. Back out wide for this favored right side of the field for the Comets. Good ball into the middle. Good little dribble by Josh Iro there. Swings it out to the left back, Nick Martin.
Mason have put a lot forward right now. Lakota may be looking for a counterattack after this.
Good cross in by Jake Snyder. Good header, but it's just wide from Josh Iro.
The midfield for Mason's looking pretty dominant right now. I think Lakota needs to find some way to break it down.
Even early on in the game, Mason looks to establish themselves as the dominant team in this game.
And we're more than just an ER. Learn more at trihealth.com/emergency. TriHealth is the
Ball one out of the air from Lakota West, but it goes right to the center back of the Mason Comets.
Business IT environments in the cloud, but don't know where to start? Let CBTS make sense of your company's journey to the cloud. What should you move to the cloud? And what should stay on site? Which vendor should you consider?
Comets look a little bit shaky on this side of the field right now.
CBTS can help provide answers to
Looks like this left winger is going to try to do them, try to do a lot of business with them on that side of the field.
Lakota's looking to put some pressure on to force mistakes, because right now Mason's holding down the possession.
Good body by Ben Damji. Plays it wide, but gets intercepted. And there's a foul. Middle of the field for Mason
Looks to go
Comets.
quick.
Intercepted.
Not much support in the attack there.
Nope. Plays it
Ball
in the middle.
fault.
And foul by Nick Kruger in the middle of the field. Free kick for Lakota West. Quick free kick. Played out wide to the right back. Looks swinging around the back. Play back in the middle of the field.
Lakota's struggling to establish width right now, and I think that's where we'll find the most success.
Bring down by Josh Iro, just miscontrolled.
Well done.
Good interception from Lakota West. Way to work back on that one. And just to clear it, no one up the field for Lakota West. That's a big problem once they try to start working the ball up the field.
Big switch creates some space for Mason, but left back loses the ball to Lakota.
Left back for Mason and right wing for Lakota West working hard, but Mason comes out on top. Mason looked to reset again. They seem to be working a lot with their center backs in this game. Click on just goes out of bounds.
His first NFL touchdown last week and keeping the ball. Do you have either the ball from the interception in the Freezer Bowl against Dan
Good flick
Fouts,
on.
or the one you brought back
Good clearance by Gabe Marlowe out for a Lakota West throw.
Dave will tell you back then they were a little frugal, so they didn't give you football. You had to go out and buy one and put your name on it.
Oh, that stinks.
It's interesting. Both teams are lined up in a 4-4-2, but the midfield is lost on Lakota West. Why do you think that might be?
Well, I think Nick Kruger, number 3 in the middle, is a very, very talented player, and they have 2 sitting more defensively, and it's very, well, both of the center mids for Mason are playing pretty defensively, and Lakota West is struggling to deal with it, and they're sitting back as well and letting the center mids push up when they have to.
Couple of headers, finds the ball on the top of the 18, but cannot be controlled. Mason looked to counterattack, but it's intercepted in the middle of the field. Nick Kruger finds the ball, finds it out wide to the right wing. Looking
They
for
have
the
a big switch.
Yeah, miscommunication there. Sends Carter Womack down the line. Lakota West brings it down with a lot of space, but Ben Damji working back. Does not quite get the ball. Good bring down. Oh, miscommunication there as well.
A shirt, and then another shirt, and another shirt, and some pants, and some...
Mason Comets look back again. That seems to be a common theme early in this game.
Establishing that possession may help them, making the Lakota West team tire out and chase after the ball.
Might also have them lose possession deep in their own half. Koki Yoshihara finds the ball on the left side.
Good move.
Makes the guy miss.
Slots
And
him.
offsides for Josh Iro. Good bit of play there.
The build-up play was actually very impressive there. Just the end product wasn't what Mason probably wanted it to be.
This week in Pompano includes the ahi tuna and jumbo crab, seared ahi tuna with lemon chili crab, brown butter, new potatoes, and asparagus. Head to your nearest Pompano Seafood Kitchen.
As you know, statistically, if you win your first ball game, that gets you started. Now
I think another reason why the Firebirds might be losing the midfield is that their wingers seem to be very high, leaving the 2 in the midfield out to dry.
Not keeping the triangles that work so well in the middle.
Good work back from Lakota West there, but found the
Ball
middle
over
for...
7 straight losses or something against the Comets out there, something like 8.
Bring down by Ben Damji. That's lost once again. Lots of clearances from Lakota West, not looking to possess the ball.
They're inviting the pressure on, and you don't. And at some point, something may get through.
Which did you prefer? You're a great corner. Would you prefer what the Ravens are going to do tonight?
Good battle over on the side of the field, won by the Comets.
Press, probably some press. Heavy blitz.
Good interception by the right back.
Do you like that challenge, or would you rather
Swinging around
have
the back
scenario
from Mason
where
Comets.
rush 4, drop 7, confuse
Once
and
again,
charge
back to
covers
the
is back there?
goalkeeper.
I like the first
Trying to
one,
find a
because if you can
redistribution.
cover, if you got guys to get to
Looking
the
long.
quarterback, it makes the quarterback very uncomfortable. Less time.
And the ball's out of bounds for a
He
Mason
doesn't
throw.
have a lot of time to think about what he wants to do, to go from one receiver to the next. So I like the pressure. They didn't bring a lot of pressure that
Ball played down
that
the
last ball
down the
game.
line. Looks like a high kick from Lakota West.
This is a dangerous position for a cross, especially with Josh Iro and some others able to get on the ball here.
Looks like the center back, Michael Calvani, is going to whip one in.
We'll see how Lakota West marks up.
Yeah, William Jackson's a player.
All in.
Do you think that, I mean, they were
Good header, but just over from Carter Womack.
Well done to strike it near post so people can run onto it. Unfortunate that Carter Womack put the header over the bar.
He knew exactly what they were doing. Do you think the coaches were fearful?
One thing we might see to play a factor is that Lakota West does seem to be a little bit shorter than the Comets here.
Give a big play over the head. So, I mean, I wonder if they just
Goal
said,
kick play
keep it in
long.
front of us, rally up, tackle the football. You know, that was that mentality.
Well, I think
Good
down.
win there from Lakota.
Brought down by Lakota West. Tried to play up line, but just a little bit too direct there.
And not let them dictate what you want to do. I think once
Colin
you figure
Hawkins
out what
finds
you
the
can
ball.
do well, you go with it, regardless of whether it's
Puts it down, maybe looking long here again.
or Aaron Rodgers. You do what you do well. And I think early in the
Comets
season,
goalkeeper has seen a lot of time on the ball because of the pass backs.
They have guys who can rush
Good
the
win
passer,
by
and they can
Lakota
bring a lot
West
of
right
guys
there.
in. So I think once they figure that out, then they will make that determination.
So you're saying punch.
Early
don't
on in this
counter
game, it
punch.
looks like
You
Lakota
do
West is
punch.
going to try to dominate this
And
left
we
side
did
of
a
the
lot
field.
that when I was
Try to
playing because we had guys.
make that their dominant side.
Yep.
Good track back by the striker.
Second all-time in interceptions for the Bengals.
Bit
Cross.
too much on it for Mason.
All right, you're listening to Countdown to Kickoff on the First Star Logistics Bengals Radio Network.
Good shield there by Lakota West.
An overflowing toilet
Played
can
in the
wreak
middle.
havoc on your home. So today, I'll show you how to avoid
Mason
a flood
Comets seem a
by
little bit strung
installing
out
a
here.
toilet in
Shot
your
comes in, but
bathtub. All you need
perfectly
is a
calm
plumber's
for
pipe and a hose
Colin
cut.
Hawkins.
This easy modification not only stops flooding, it also cuts down on morning prep time.
Goalkeeper looking long once again, thinking that he has the matchups up there. Lets the ball bounce.
Covered for personal property damage through the
Center
Geico
back clears.
Insurance Agency. Call Geico and see how affordable homeowners insurance can be.
Looks for the chip through, but a little bit short. Good battle over here. A little bit messy, but and it looks like a foul on Mason.
And the sound of joyous anticipation. These burgers and dogs are served on delicious ballpark buns and rolls, toasted golden brown over the flames.
The ball spent a lot of time in the air so far. If one team can assert dominance in the aerial play in the middle and up in the attack, we may see a big shift in momentum.
You're invited to Super Bowl 53.
Ball out for Lakota West throwing.
Experience with NFL on location. This February in Atlanta, you'll meet
Once
NFL
again, trying to find this
alumni
left
and
side of the field for the Firehawks.
parties. Watch the action from the 50-yard line and celebrate on the field after the game. For easy one-stop planning and access to hotels and travel, let NFL on location plan your ultimate Super Bowl experience. Secure your official access in the best
Foul on the
seats at
Firebirds.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium today. Visit NFLonlocation.com.
You want great things for your family. Great meals with great ingredients.
Ball swung around the back once again.
Your neighborhood Kroger knows you
Trying to
want
find this
quality
right side of the
food
left side of the
and
field,
low
but
prices, too.
misses the pass.
That's why we're proud to offer you a great selection of quality brands, including Simple Truth, Private Selection, Kroger brand, and more. Who need to make your day from
Good
breakfast
battle
to
once
lunch
again
to
down this
dinner. So
right
you
side
can
of the field for Lakota West.
for less.
Looks to cross the ball in.
Food.
Bicycle kick just over the bar. What an effort.
Hard worker. To be honest, you played pretty hard too. It's about time you start dressing for the occasion with Wrangler Get on From.
That was an impressive way to get to the ball. Overhead kick just barely over the bar.
Variety of styles and sizes, including thousands of options for big and tall. And the best part, prices start at only $15.99. Wrangler Denim is made in the spirit of people who work hard and have fun. So stop in and get the
Ball one in the middle of the field by Lakota West.
America's Farm and Home Store.
Back to the goalkeeper once again from the Mason Comets.
There are the everyday adventures. Then there are big jobs.
Once again trying to reset.
There are the really big jobs.
Wow.
Looks like a foul in the middle of the field, but the ref didn't see it.
And Silverado HD from a family of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size
Ref
pickups in
stops
the
the
road.
time for the
So
injury.
everyday adventures
radio network. Wayne Box Miller, good up tonight. Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens.
Ref comes over to his AR to top that one out.
We'll see how they restart. It may be a drop ball, unless the AR saw something that the center ref didn't. So far, this game has been a battle of styles. Mason playing more possession, but Lakota West Firebirds able to keep up the pressure by counterattacking.
He caught up with running back coach Cal Kasky, who's replacing legendary coach Jim Anderson. Here's his feature with this week's Coach's Corner.
Looks like Mason's just going to kick it back to Lakota West. Other way. West is going to kick it back to Mason. We're going to restart from there.
How different is he from his rookie year to this year?
He's taken ownership of the position now.
Colin Hawkins looks like he's preferring to have the ball on the ground than in his hands right now. Working the ball up the field a bit. Trying to push the defensive line back.
He's a starter, and he knows that it's his show now. He can go out there and
ball won by Lakota West, but played out of bounds. Mason throw in.
Next series, am I going to get in, or when am I getting
once again, won by Lakota West.
He can just go out there and play, let it happen. He doesn't have to force it.
All cleared out by Mason. Header up.
In the opener. He got like 50
ball has not been settled very often in this game. It's been up in the air quite a bit.
One team must be looking for a way to get possession.
You pigeonhole into a certain position, so I've
throwing straight back out of bounds for Lakota West.
Be every down back, so we don't have a first and second down back. We don't have a third down back. We have backs, and they've got to all be able to do it.
All played down the line. Once again out for a Lakota West throw in.
But it also allows him when he's in there to sometimes get the ball thrown to him in certain situations and make plays.
Tonight you face off against the Ravens in a home opener.
Long throw in by Lakota West.
Versus obviously a tough defense.
Hit back out of bounds by the Mason Comets.
Yeah, we see these guys all the time, but they've got some really large men inside, and our offensive line, just got to do a good job of getting movement on those guys.
Infield is wide open. No one's trying to dominate there right now.
Like I said earlier, you just got to let it happen. Not every play, they've got good players on there, so not every play is going to be a big play. So just have the patience, and that's just like, Coach Lewis always says, you got to pound the rock, and after a while it'll break.
Long throw in trying to find Josh Iro, but doesn't connect. Lakota West plays the ball up this left side of the field once again. Good interception by Mason Comets. Neither team is really trying to occupy this far side of the field here. It's played out there now by Lakota West. Beat the right winger for Mason. But it's brought down. Played back in the middle of the field. Just a little slip there. But well done to keep possession. Ball lost in their defensive half, but well done again to win possession back. But it is foul on Mason Comets.
Can be like Brooks and Nicky back in the day. Hey, we'll be back with more. You're listening to Countdown.
The position of the free kick lends itself to probably be a cross in towards the back post. We'll see what they go with.
Mason have the men in the box to deal with this, but let's see if the cross is in a good position.
Because Bengals games cause intense Coney cravings, and Coney crates cause crews to trust Coney after Coney after
Ball in just too far for the Firebirds. Goal kick for Mason.
For a limited time only. Don't just chili differently at Gold Star.
USI Insurance Services, the Tri-State's #1.
Once again looking long, seeing if they can win the ball out of the air long. Let the ball bounce, but won by Mason Comets. Flick on again, one-on-one to the Mason Comets. Like the ball
he went for the near post finish, but unfortunately it wasn't there. The keeper had it covered. He did have Carter Womack center, but it just couldn't see it to get it there.
Well done by Mason Comets there to win those aerial duels.
All started from the first flick on by Josh.
Join me and be a game changer. Registered today to
Ball played out wide. Comets looking for the cross. Ball cleared by the Lakota West Firebirds. Ball reset once again. The strikers having to do a lot of work for the Firebirds. Mason looks center, looks for the flick, but it doesn't work.
it's always nice to play in a dome, but this is a home field for us, so we come in here.
Sloppy
and
play
practice
over
as well,
here,
so,
but
we know
good
the
cross in.
so, we seem very comfortable with it.
Well done by the goalkeeper to stay calm in the face of an offensive player.
Recently, Lakota West has been exerting a lot of energy to keep up the pressure.
And don't forget tonight's Thursday night football game is presented by Fifth Third Bank.
We'll have to see if that comes back to bite them in the second half.
Handing out limited
Once
edition
again, played back to the
bingo hats
keeper.
fans while supplies last. Hey, tell you what,
Opting to
he's
go
firmly
long
entrenched
instead
at
of
the
short
safety
pass
position
there.
once occupied
Once
by
again.
George Iloka. He's now covering
Finds
questions
Josh
without
Iro, but
Dan
fails to bring
Ford.
the ball
He
down.
caught up with Jesse Bates.
Good turn by the striker.
Got great reviews from your head
But
coach
good
and your
strength by the
defensive
Mason center
coordinator
back.
for your NFL debut.
Fouled him in the
We
process.
are our own toughest critics. How do you feel you did?
I think I played pretty well. With Sean going out early was obviously pretty challenging because I lean on him a lot for the experience part, but I feel like I stayed poised and Clayton did a good job coming in. And most importantly, we got
Good
a win,
turn
so
there.
it's good to start
And
1-0.
chopped down by the center back, Gabe Marlowe.
How did your responsibilities change?
I mean, the responsibilities stay the same. I think.
Looks like the same
hardest
position
part
as the
was
last one,
keeping
but from a
Clayton
different
calm 'cause
side.
you didn't get
We'll
a
see
lot
if
of team reps throughout the week.
the
So
change in side will have any
once
effect
Clayton
on how the
came in,
ball's
he just
played
kinda
in,
like,
or if they're going to
holy
play the
crap,
same
like,
ball.
I have all
Mason
the reps
does
now,
have numbers.
which was okay. I mean, he did a really good
But
job
if it's well
coming
placed,
in,
nothing will stop it.
filling his shoes.
Played right
So
into
you're
the wall,
lucky keeping
but
other
back to
guys
Lakota
calm.
West.
I guess
Looks
you
for the
could
cross
say that.
in.
I think that's very important.
Calm for Colin
You're
Hawkins,
gonna have
though.
high plays.
Looking to break on a
good plays,
counterattack.
also
Maybe they
gonna
can
have
make the most of
adversity
this.
throughout the game.
Lots
So
of
I think
room
it's
out here
really
for
good that you,
Toki Yoshihara, but
stay balanced
giving the
throughout
ball
game,
away.
so.
We're visiting with Jesse Bates. Speaking
Lakota
of
West
Clayton
looks to
Fedulum,
break.
when he came up with that fumble recovery late in the game, you were encouraging him to get down.
His first
Not
shot.
as he just fell down on top
Blocked
of
by
the
the
ball.
center back.
Bengals could have cut out the clock and won the game. I'm sure you were happy when he scored the touchdown. But did you just have
foul
the
by Lakota
football
West right there.
IQ to immediately think of that, or was it something that was being discussed?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's something that we practice every week in that situation.
See if the
and,
theme keeps up
you
for
know, I
the
thought
Comets, and it does
going
not
down,
as
but
they
Clayton also
go
had a
short,
different
but then
mindset
go
of,
long
them
with
having
Nick
3
Kruger.
timeouts, and there was about 20 seconds left. So
Long ball
I
played
think
out
each
of
play
bounds.
probably takes about
Mason
6
Comets throw in.
6 seconds. So
No
they probably
nonsense
had
defending for the
another,
right back there.
opportunity to score
Sub
points.
in
So,
for the Comets
I'm not mad at
as
him at all. I'm glad he
Colby
made it.
Kramer comes in for Jake Snyder,
Honestly, me
and
personally, I
Shrikar
probably would've
Pasula
fell
comes in
out.
for
I was
Koki
a little bit
Yoshihara.
too tired, so all props to Clayton. So.
We're talking to Jesse Bates. How surreal was it being from Indiana to look across the line of scrimmage and see Andrew Luck?
That's pretty cool. Like
Ball
I
played
said,
back out wide.
before, I
Shrikar
had,
getting his first touches on the game.
lunch with
Plays
him
the ball
when I
back in
was
the
in high
center.
school,
Tries to find
working
Nick
a camp
Kruger.
for him. So it's, I mean, it's
Tries
pretty
to find the
cool.
slot
I mean,
through, but
he brought me
intercepted
along
by
here
the
as well, so I think
Firebirds.
that's pretty cool to be a teammate with him.
Ball played
You know,
wide,
it's
but
just a dream
just
come
too
true,
far
and
for the Firebirds.
just
Ball
glad
goes
that I
out of
got the
bounds for a
opportunity to
Mason
play.
throw-in.
In the second week of your NFL career, you're doing the Thursday night turnaround, the quick turnaround. Does it help being as young as you are?
Coming short.
No, I
Once
think it
again,
makes it
intercepted
harder,
by this
honestly.
left back.
You
Doing
know,
a
your
very
body
good
has
job
to
of
get
that this
adjusted,
game.
really
Lakota
adjust
West
to
will
it.
has their best
But,
numbers
like
in
I
the
said,
counter
we
that
have
they've
a lot
had
of
yet.
older
They
guys
need
in
to
this
make
locker
most
room
of
that I
this.
can lean on.
Unfortunately, they swing
I
it
think it's the
long.
same thing, just
Out of
trying to
bounds
make
for a
a
goal
quick
kick.
turnaround.
When you look at that team on tape,
Obviously, they're a very physical team, but they also get you with the run, and then they try to get you
Josh
with
Iro
long
coming out of the
shots,
game as
two-man
Koki
routes.
Yoshihara goes back in the
Once they get the
midfield.
run going,
Looks like
that's
Nick
what
Kruger,
opens up
number
the
3, will push up
passes.
into the center attack in
I
the
think
mid
if we do
or
well
another
and just read
striker.
our keys and execute our defense like we did last week, we'll be just fine.
all right, that's safety Jesse Bates.
Looks like Mason's trying to change formation here to a 4-3-3 with that substitution. Ball played long by Lakota West. Out of bounds for the Comets.
You can do it! Huh? You can do it!
What are you doing?
Ball played short once again.
You to get a wellness exam.
A lot of time on the ball for the Mason Comets center backs.
You can do it at me over
Ball
and
played
over
long
again.
by Gabe Marlowe. Kept in by Ben Damsey. Shrikar Pasula possesses the ball. Looks to take him on. Good fight over on this far side of the field. Cross in. Cleared out by Lakota West.
The wonder of seeing our football heroes on the field.
Brought down by center mid.
First kickoff. The exhilaration of a game-winning touchdown.
Good battle once again over on this far side. This left back is doing work. Good cross in. Just far.
It was in the right area, just a bit too much power. Would have found Ben Damsey's head otherwise.
TriHealth is the official healthcare partner of the Cincinnati Bengals.
West played long once again. Wins the ball once again in the midfield. Battle on the far side of the field. Brought down by the Comets. Play back in the midfield. Looking back to the other side of the field as they have been. Resetting once again with the center backs.
The high pressure from Lakota West is making an impact right now. Doesn't seem like Mason can get through anywhere.
Looking for the through balls, but it's not working. Clever little flick by Nick Kruger, played wide to Carter Womack. Ball played back to Colby Kramer. Once again, a good battle on this far side of the field. As the Firebirds look to counterattack. They don't have the numbers, but they've got the explosiveness right now. Good track back by the right back, Colby Kramer. Fighting back to get that ball.
Team that's young and everybody talked about that shows some resiliency in spite of their youth.
Yeah, I mean, they overcame a lot of stuff, you know, and a lot, you know, we've seen
the ball ended up hitting the corner flag, and they
you know, instead of 23
called it for a throw-in.
And there's
so this is a deep corner position for Firebirds throw-in. They may try to treat it like a cross.
Making his first start. And
long throw coming in. Ball bounces, but dealt with by the Comets and cleared out. Ball played back in. Once again cleared out. Brought down by the Comets looking to counterattack. Once again, ball in the air.
Mason's trying to establish their one-touch play when they dish out to the center forward.
Got the ball wide, plays it out there. Looking to take him on or put it across. Once again, good job by the outside back on this side of the field.
It's too bad because
good battle once again from the center back and strikers there. And reset back to the Gabe Marlowe. Played wide to Nick Martin. A lot of resets in this game. We'll see how that works in the second half. They'll try to exploit that a little bit more. The Firebirds maybe trying to catch the Comets out on a fast break.
The Firebirds have established a better system to deal with the center mids, always making sure the one closest to ball has a man on. But unfortunately, they couldn't get it, couldn't stop it from getting to the other center mid, and they broke out in an attack.
So you know they're going to be going after high. It's going to be interesting to me to see how we know how Paul Alexander would attack.
Has to play the ball back in the midfield. Ben Damchey, but passes goes wire. Firebirds look to counterattack once again, so they have a lot of players deep as Ben Damchey works back to get the ball.
That's lovely work from the striker. Not often you see those runs from your striker to get back into the defense and stop that run.
Try to find that pass in, but it just goes too long to the keeper.
Well, I think they run the ball. I think that's the key. I think they're Joe Mixon is a
Comets play the ball back to the goalkeeper who hasn't seen the ball in quite a bit. Decides to go short this time, keep it with the center backs.
You got to pound it. I think they run it 30 times. If they run it 30 times,
all played back into the midfield. Foul for the Firebirds.
Almost went for the quick reset, but the Lakota West Firebirds saw coming there.
So I think after what Nixon did in Indy, I think we'll see plenty of him.
See if this ball tries to go back into the box.
Thank you for always checking in with us. Go to Bengals.com, check out
ball won by the Firebirds. Long clearance with the head.
All right, we'll be back with more of the
Comets look to clear as well.
Right here on the First Star Logistics.
The Firebirds win the midfield. Ball early cross in. Goes just far to the keeper.
On delicious ballpark buns and rolls.
Toasted golden brown over the once again, looking to go long.
Flavored perfectly. Each bite, a testament to the grill master's skill. Surely this will win ballpark griller of the game.
High kick from the Comets.
Both defenses have been really solid. It may come down to a mistake or two to see when a goal happens.
Into our customer service.
Who's we?
Well, we've got Chris, Evelyn, Chad, Brad, their brothers, Harold, Gerald, and Carol.
Looks like the Firebirds are trying to get four guys up the field at all times.
He's got a great
Or the
singing
midfield
voice.
wide open for the Comets.
Hello?
Looks like he slightly mishit it based on the spin on the ball. Lakota West still ends up with the ball though. They look to possesses a bit before they move into their attack.
Ball's played back over to this near side of the field. Ball has not been on the far side of the field very much as it works its way over there now.
Visit Ticketmaster.com/NFL to find the official seats you won't find anywhere else.
Defensive mistake, it falls. Will they give the foul? They did.
Is your business in need of a major IT refresh?
They could have given the advantage there, but the ref decided to give the call, and it will be a free kick in a very dangerous position for Mason now.
Mason undoubtedly will be looking for goal here from about 30, 27 yards out, looks like. Maybe looking for the dink cross.
Two men put on the ball, Koki Yoshihara and Nick Kruger, and 3 in the box. It looks like they may go for a shot here.
Looks like there's 4 on the wall. Koki Yoshihara with the shot. Perfectly saved by the keeper.
Well placed, but not enough power to make it threatening for the goalie. Went for the quick punt before any of the Lakota West attack was up, and they just lost the ball, but then they win it back.
Ball goes wide to Colby Kramer. Looks like he's just going to clear it. Ball brought down by Michael Valcarcel, or touched by Ben Dempsey there. Once again, looks for another clear, but it's not far enough. Ball's in the midfield. Long shot by Koki Yoshihara over the bar. Goal kick for the Firebirds once again.
A bit long to think of then, especially when he doesn't have his feet set and body behind the ball.
Substitution, Garrett Cheeseman in for Michael Valcarcel, and Siddharth Iyer in for Carter Wumma.
We'll see how these fresh legs for both teams make an impact. One center mid and a winger for the Comets.
They did bring in a right winger of the Comets. Let's see, a left winger of the Comets. Let's see how that works in their favor. Trying to work the ball down this far side of the field as he gets the ball now. Plays it back into Garrett Cheeseman, loses the ball in the midfield. Looking to counterattack, but under control.
It's been some great press from Lakota West in the last few minutes.
My rookie year, and
good hustle by Lakota West to get the ball out for a throw-in for the Comets.
And I ran messenger guard.
Josh Iro substituted in for Koki Yoshihara.
With the smoke and the haze and the stadium, I said, oh, welcome to Cincinnati. This is going to be fun.
Good flick on.
The Comets are just put in a much more attacking lineup when they subbed in Josh Iro, who normally slots in as a striker. We'll see if number 3, Nick Kruger, will slide back into a more central role.
Good work there by Nick Kruger, but he still lost the ball. One back by Siddharth Iyer, trying to break. Good work by Lakota West there to get the ball back. Long shot, just wide by Nick Kruger. Keeper looked like he had it under control.
It does appear as though number 3 has slid back into more of a central role.
Mason almost seemed to be doing stacked midfield, one attacking, one defending, trying to get that ball up the field while having one in front of the center backs. Ball played long, good fight in the air. Ball won by Garrett Cheeseman.
Good turn, but well stopped there from the Lakota West Firebirds. Here's their chance to counter.
Once again, good work back by Nick Kruger.
They're having their problems working out.
Ball goes off the left back for the Comets as it goes out for a corner for the Firebirds.
We'll see how many they commit forward.
Looks like the Comets are committing 9 in the box to deal with this corner, only keeping 1 up top.
8 minutes to go. You don't want to close out the half on a bad note, so both teams will be looking to press very hard.
Only 4 men in the box for the Firebirds, but they're all crowding the keeper. Let's see if the ball's played towards there.
A lot of men outside of the 18 for the Lakota West Firebirds, so if it bounces out, you do think that they'll get a shot off.
Ball played in and cleared by Gabe Marlowe.
Does fall back to the Lakota West Firebirds. Let's see what they do. Early cross. Does anybody get on it? Nope.
Right to Colin Hawkins as he looks to play quick. Comes out wide to the outside back with tons of room to run onto. Looks to play long.
Get ready for a game. You
Walks
talking
up.
about the Super Bowl, the veterans kind of keep it calm. But on
Plays
a
wide to
primetime
Shrikar
game like this,
Pasula,
you got
looking to
some
use his
rookies.
pace
What did you guys
for
do
good
to
work
keep
from
beyond
the
that?
Firebirds as he's called for a
Just hold
foul.
on now.
Could be a dangerous position depending on how this cross works.
Only committing 2 to the box right now, so they may just try to swing it into the danger zone and see what can happen.
What are you looking for tonight from this offensive line?
Ball played in the box.
I know you look at that.
Lovely
A little bit
win.
of expertise. What do you like to see early on?
Ooh, keeper caught in no man's land, but it falls right to him. And it looks like it's a handball outside the box. Dangerous zone for the Mason Comets to whip it across. Actually, just like a corner here. Everyone back in the box for the Lakota Firebirds.
Mason also committing a good number forwards. It looks like it's going to be a short cross for them.
Ball played in, deflected, header come back in. Yet to clear it, and they clear it out for a Mason throw-in.
Don't want to mess around with that ball in your own box, so you cleared it out wide as quickly as possible.
Once again, we find number 2 in the midst of things, causing havoc for the Comets. The ball's out for a goal kick. Substitution for the Lakota Firebirds.
Now you can
Number
enjoy
12,
Gleer's
number
Get
7 in,
anytime.
number 20.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, or even a snack. You gotta try the new
Number 18.
Gleer's Get a Bites.
Ball played long once again, but one in the air by the Comets.
Try the new Get a Sliders. Wow, the
Offside
senses
Rose
with a
control the
delicious
ball out of the air once
sweet
again.
rainbow. A crispy
One
Gleer's
touch by
Get a
Shrikar
Slider
Pasula, but
package.
looks to win the
And
ball
authentic
back.
pickles all in one frozen package.
Great
And
fight
now
in the
available
corner
in
there.
the freezer section at your local grocery store. Geico
Throw for the
presents
Comets in a
2
dangerous
truths
area.
and a lie. 1, Geico could help you save hundreds on car insurance. 2, they've been helping people save for over 75
short.
years. 3, squirrels actually
the
work for a
for
secret
the cross
agency to
in, but
spy
it goes
on
right
us.
to the keeper.
What you looking at, squirrel?
He probably wanted to send that a bit farther towards the back post, but unfortunately swung it right towards the near post. Easy grab for the keep.
Ball played long. Once again, a very good aerial duel in the midfield. Ends up with the Comets. Firebirds get it, plays wide. Look for the early cross, but easy for Gabe Marlowe. Brought down by the Firebirds with the handball. Number 7.
Salvage Store
the other
USA,
way.
located in Wilmington, Ohio, sells unclaimed freight at huge savings. If you're looking for automotive parts, building and renovating supplies, home and office
Seems
furniture,
to be
appliances, beauty
a slight disconnect between the center back and the left back.
Facebook at Salvage Store USA.
And the Mason Comets look to expose that. Unfortunately, they do not win the header.
Again, ball played long by number 2 for the Firebirds. Looks like the Firebirds are just going for the long ball at this point. Easy clearance from number 6, Michael Calvani, captain for the Comets.
Marvin Lewis, as the Bengals prepare for the home opener Thursday night football against the Baltimore Ravens.
Firebirds got a dangerous throw in.
Let's look back for a
Not
little
committing
bit
many people in the
in
box
the
though.
Indianapolis Colts game. You've got a young man,
Cross in
individual,
from a dangerous
that led
area.
the team in tackles,
Ball played out
that
though.
can play 3 downs for you. He's
Good
great
check
in
back
space.
from the
He
Mason
really,
striker.
well, dedicated himself to the
See if he tries to beat him with pace here.
He got off to a fantastic start. Just had a hell of a
Good
turn
battle by
for
number 2
the
once
Bengals.
again,
Great
winning the
job
ball
with
back
all
for the
summer,
Firebirds.
He's had his work cut out for him, but he's done well down that left side.
But really had a strong game. And
Long ball once again
probably
over
the best game
Colby
he's played
Kramer.
since he's been here.
Comes number
I
12.
think the thing that struck me most
Tries to
about
bring
when
the ball down.
other guys were in the
Play it
football
long,
game
but
that
hits
didn't
zone player.
anticipate being in at that point in time.
Ball out for the Firebirds.
Communication, they weren't able to work with those first teamers as such during the week of practice. Not as many reps. They were taking mental reps. But how is the communication? It's something that we're always got to work on and stress.
Ball brought down by number 21 of the Firebirds. Once again out for Firebird throw-in.
Keep working on it, work hard at it.
It's been very important so far for the strikers of both teams to check back to the ball to start the attacks. There's a disconnect from the midfield to the forwards, and that's how they establish that connection.
And you do it every year, I know. You have every day
Again, some more aerial battles. Ball's been in the air quite a bit as the Comets commit a foul in a very dangerous area.
We'll see how many line up on this, but you would expect a shot.
About 30 yards outside the box.
Well, we're really looking at that in May, and once it's in, like you said, when the schedule comes out, and then the signing, you know, the number of reps and so forth, then we can adjust based on
The Mason goalie indicated that he wants 4 on the walls. He's expecting a shot too. Let's see how the placement is on this.
Looks for a shot, and it's blocked by the Comets wall.
Needs to get a bit more height to challenge to make it worth the while.
Once again, Comets look to clear the ball.
He has a long ball middle.
Had him open, but opted not to play that. Tries to play long now. Good ball over the top. Good bring down by Ben Damshi. Looks to take him on, but center back comes over calmly. And that's a poor foul by Ben Damshi to commit.
Let's see what the ref does here.
He's going to his pocket. As he should. That was a rash challenge from Ben Damshi. There was no need for that.
He has to be subbed off, so Carter Womack stepping in for him.
Looks like for this last minute and a half, Comets will have to play it without Ben Damshi.
Very frustrating to be making all the runs but being stopped every time. But unfortunately, he made a rash challenge because of it.
To the defensive coordinator position, and he's kind of like Rex Ryan Jr. He's bringing the house from everywhere, isn't he?
Yeah, and Donnie's they're doing a lot of pressuring, so we can understand that.
Ball played short, and looks to play long to the keeper. Ball up in the air once again.
Special teams, the all-important
good aerial duel in the midfield.
Sometimes they have probably as good a duo of kickers, you know, place kickers and punters.
Comets come out with the ball. Look for the cross, but just a bit far.
You could see what he was going for, but put it a bit too close to the keeper's hands, and the keeper made the right decision to step out.
As there's a foul, Kyle, what do we think about the first half as it winds down to 1 minute left?
So far, it's been a pretty scrappy game. We have to see if a team could come out in the second half and establish themselves in the possession style.
Let's see if either team in the second half looks to go to hold the ball up instead of have the ball up in the air quite a bit, as it is now.
It's been very dependent on the aerial battle. We'll see if that keeps up. Tried to keep it in, but just couldn't.
Another common theme for the Firebirds is that they look to sit back and absorb the pressure and then look for the counterattack. We think that will work in the second half based on the first half.
So far, the center defenders and outside defenders have done well with the pressure. But all it takes is one mistake for a goal to slide through. It may not be the best tactic, but it's been effective so far. And if that's what they feel is the best tactic, then they might as well keep up with it.
There's 5 seconds left in the half. That ball goes out of bounds, and we're looking at a 0-0 halftime score between the Comets and the Firebirds.
Very even game both ways. We'll see how they come out in the second half and if there's any changes in style.
This has been ICRC-TV. I'm Ryan Hummel.
And I'm Kyle Harris.
We'll see you in the second half. Back to Mason Comets versus Lakota West Firebirds. 0-0 at the half. Mason Comets kick off. Let's see if this half is any different from the first half. How are we thinking?
We'll have to see how the second half.
Blew out his knee in that playoff game against the Steelers. How devastating.
Kickoff for the Comets. Played out wide. Once again over to this side of the field. Poor touch by Michael Valcarcel. Looks like the Firebirds are going to try to counterattack once again, but they don't have many up in the attack. Ball played wide. Ooh. Ball in the back of the net by the Firebirds. Number 21 after A poor defensive play from the Comets.
All right, the ball bounced across the box, and he squared it back to the center forward who tapped it in.
Poor defense from the Comets there.
We'll have to see how they come back, but that was a scrappy but well-worked goal for the Lakota West Firebirds.
As you can see, the Lakota West Firebirds fired up. Here's the replay. Ball played back across the center of the box. Calmly put in the net through the 3 defenders of the Comets.
Valiant effort to stop it, but just well placed enough that he got slid through the 3 of them.
You know, fans from other communities thought you were too old. Oh yeah, I mean, every time we go down there.
Once again, started up by the Comets. Played long by Nick Kruger. Looks like the ball's going to go out of bounds for a Lakota West throw-in.
We'll see if the Comets are able to lock him in this corner.
Ball played long, but played right back to the center back. After this 1 goal, do you think that they'll sit back more defensive or try for another goal?
I think they'll probably play a bit more defensive as they had in the first half. We'll see how Mason's able to break that down. They have to keep up that pressure, or else they're just inviting Mason to keep on attacking them.
2-on-1 right here for the Lakota West Firebirds. Look to play wide, looking for a cross in. Well snuffed out by Michael Valcarcel. Ball still in the dangerous area for the Firebirds. Shot coming back in, but calmly picked up by Colin Hawkins as he distributes it wide into Shrikar Pasula, who has tons of space. Ball played out of bounds for a Firebird throw-in.
A bit of frustration on Shrikar Pasula's face there.
Ball brought down and played poorly into the center of the field. Ball's bouncing around quite a bit with some poor passes here from both teams.
Mason's a bit flustered here. They need to calm down and find their style.
Good little touch there in the midfield. Look to play wide as the Comets look to be caught out. Good cut back in, and a penalty given for the Firebirds. Yellow card as well for the center back.
So he went to Northwest High School, had a great career there.
Let's see what happened here.
UC goes to the Orange Bowl.
He got caught a bit behind him, and they had to make a last-inch tackle. And unfortunately, caught the leg of the attacker.
Looks like the goal scorer, number 21, is up to take the kick.
The goalie's bouncing on his toes. He's gonna have to guess to see which way he decides to take the kick.
Substitution for the Comets as Michael Calvani has to come out of the game for Colby Kramer.
All right. Pressure on number 21 and the goalie here.
Yeah, I think it was a good decision for me. I just saw the defense, what they had. I saw Brandon Spikes and the way they had linebackers in Florida.
As he steps up, sends it top corner for a 2-0 scoreline for the Firebirds.
No matter how well you can tell which way he's going, you're not going to be able to stop that. Almost perfectly placed.
Firebirds once again hyped up as they're beating the Comets, who they invited pressure in the first half, almost looking like they knew that they were the underdogs, but they came out strong in the second half, scoring 2 goals in the first 2 minutes and 5 seconds.
Now it's Mason's turn to see if they can establish a good attack and some good possession, because right now they look a bit flustered.
So after a great career at Louisville, you were a 3rd-round draft pick by the Buffalo Bills. Describe your draft experience. It was fun. I mean, I went around telling everybody I was going in the 3rd round before I even was projected 3rd round. I spoke it into existence, I think. Should have said 1st round, but I mean, I said 3rd round, and I was just happy when I got the call.
And it looks like they're about to kick off again.
Which New York team it was, but
there they go.
Really one team in New York, so.
Comets look like they're going to a 3 at the back to try to combat this 2-0 deficit.
You spent 4 years in Buffalo.
As we'll probably see the Firebirds try to hold back and invite pressure a little bit more as they had in the first half. The pressure by Ben Damsey. Poor clearance by Nick Martin. Gets the ball down once again to the goal scorer, 21. Good defense to get back though.
Good physical play. He couldn't get in the challenge or else it would have been another penalty kick. But he did well to shoulder him just to make the shot a bit harder.
Good challenge from the Firebirds. Looking to counterattack once again, but good clearance by Gabe Marlowe. Work back by Nick Kruger to get the ball, but it falls back to the Firebirds. Clearance up. Once again, an aerial battle that we've been seeing quite a bit. These center backs for the Comets and the Firebird striker. Good little turn.
Seems as though the roles of style have been switched from the first half. Lakota West has been able to play some possession at the start of the second half, and the Mason Comets have been on their back foot. Look at that good physical play from Nick Martin. He couldn't get in that challenge, and he made it a hard shot for the number 21 before he could put a shot on goal for Colin Hawkins.
Substitution for the Comets. Jake Snyder comes in for Nick Martin. Looking to get fresh legs in that back three that they changed to. Looking for a dangerous throw from the Firebirds coming in.
You'll notice that Mason's committing fewer and fewer players back into the defense. They're most definitely looking for a goal now.
Volley from the Firebirds out for a goal kick.
I don't know if I paid for a ticket, but I was on there. Your secret safe with
All right. He goes long again.
I've asked you several questions.
Well, one from the short player, Michael Valcarcel. He used his body well to make sure that he got to that before the other player.
Once again in this half, Lakota West looks like they're dominating the 50-50 balls.
Just a couple days ago, it was like, what'd you get your mom? I was like, well, she got 1.5%, so she can get whatever she wants.
Once again, good battle on this far side of the field. Out for another dangerous throw-in for the Firebirds.
Look forward to watching you play. Best of luck and thanks for the time. Thank you. That's Preston Brown.
Thanks, Dan. Hey, Bengal fans, it's 15 minutes to kickoff, brought to you by Geico.
Looking for a cross maybe.
15 minutes to save you
For the cross in. A little flick, but cleared out by the Comets. Only cleared as far as the midfielder for the Firebirds. Good battle in the midfield. I should say in the 18, but it looks like there's a foul in the middle of the field.
So Mason has officially switched to a 3-4-3, it appears, trying to get that offensive threat. Number 3, Nick Kruger, may be slightly behind the 2 center forwards to try to distribute to them as best as he can.
Looks like they're trying to play out to this far side of the field. Finds Carter Womack out on the sideline. Good little ball roll, played back to Colby Kramer. Played down the line to Josh Iro. Good hold-up play as he does very well. Looks to play the ball back. Once again, a sliding tackle by the Firebirds.
They've established their width very well recently, but can they capitalize on it?
Dangerous foul for the Firebirds, right outside the box. As we look at it again, looks like he came in just a little bit late. He was looking for the foul himself, but went the other way.
Basically right on the corner of the 18, a few steps out from there. He's going to cross it in and hope that one of the Mason boys in the box can get onto it.
Firebirds committing 10 players into the box at the moment. Ball whipped in near post. Looks for the flick, but does not happen. Volley sent wide by Seabass Amaya.
Well struck considering the situation, but just put it a bit wide.
Substitution for the Comets. Adebola Adesanya coming in for Gabe Marlowe. As they look more attacking, almost looking to switch to a 4-4-2 again, or a 4-3-3.
Looks like they pushed Carter Womack into the defense to make up for the substitution of Gabe Marlowe.
As he comes back, very good clearance from him. Good flick on from the substitute, Bola. And cleared once again. They have players. They've got a 4-on-3. The Firebirds do right now. Good dink in. Ball falls onto the 6-yard line, and once again, a goal from the Firebirds.
The biggest struggle of trying to put a bunch of men forward and the 3 in the back is that you're very exposed for the counter, and that's what we saw there. It was a good attempt at defense, but just wasn't enough.
As you see on the replay, gets quite lucky on the first bounce, but doesn't make it. His mistake on the second one for the goal. Number 18 for the Firebirds.
The Firebirds have opened up this second half, guns blazing.
3 goals in the first 8 minutes, as we didn't see any from either team in the first half.
We'll have to see how Mason respond now, because they're going to have to start scoring pretty early if they want to make this comeback.
Another start, looks to play long. Useless and goes out for a goal kick for the Firebirds.
All right.
Well, one of the things we saw, I thought, was
Comets are looking more and more frustrated as the goals for the Firebirds keep going on the board.
They look to be a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, I think so.
I wonder if the Firebirds will eventually lay off the pressure. But right now it seems to be working and causing struggles for the Comets.
Ball lost in the midfield once again by the Comets. And we have an offside on the Firebirds, the first one of the day.
He came from an offsides position back on. It seems was the call.
Let's play wide. Let's play up the middle of the field. Good control, but once again swarmed by the Firebirds midfield. Doing very well to contract there. Played wide. Once again, a bad touch from the Comets. Seems to be another common theme today.
Throw in the corner for the thrown in the corner for the Comets. They may try to treat this like a cross, as Skylar Meyer comes in for Koki Yoshihara at center mid.
Ball comes in, long throw. As the ball comes right back out to Nick Kruger, brings it down nicely, looks for the cross back in. And right on Seabass Amaya's foot, but he whiffs as it goes out for a goal kick.
Lovely composure, and then the cross from Nick Kruger, but unfortunately, Seabass Amaya just couldn't find the back of the net. That's the play that they're looking for there to score some goals.
Doing well to stay on side there, but just scuffed it. Ball played long. Once again, one in the midfield by the Comets. Look to flick on by Nick Kruger.
Well up.
Ball played back to the goalkeeper for the Firebirds.
I'm Dr. Sheena Goel of Westchester Dental Group. My father, Dr. Sanjeev Goel, created a model.
Once again, aerial duels in the midfield for both teams, doing well to get up.
We honor his legacy by providing a warm, friendly, approachable...
Swarmed by the Firebirds, the Comets keep possession. Ball falls nicely in the midfield for Nick Kruger as the ball's played wide to Ben Damji. Looks for the cross, and it's just a little bit weak as it's a little bit behind Nick Kruger as it's out for a throw-in. Played down the line once again. Good touch by Damji. Ball's played out after Seabass's header. Good hustle back by Damji as the ball's played long. Ball played wide for the Firebirds as they look to counterattack once again, as the Comets have known way too often in this second half.
A dash to the corner for Colby Kramer. Unfortunately, he can only put it out for a throw-in.
Sausage Company is proud to be the official hot dog of the Cincinnati Bengals. Next time you're at Paul Brown Stadium, treat yourself to a delicious Black Angus sirloin beef hot dog. The Black Angus is the best tasting hot dog you will.
Substitution for the Firebirds as the long throw comes in, once again committing less and less players in the box.
There's a huge gap in the middle for the Firebirds, and we'll see how Mason can expose that.
Kramer clears the ball once again right to the midfield of the Firebirds, looking to control that right there. Ball played a little bit wide as the chip in doesn't quite work out for the Firebirds. Hawkins looks to go quick, plays the ball out to Carter Walmach, who's played right mid in this game, played center back, been quite around the field. Good little touch by Sebastian Maya, but just a little bit too far. Good interception. They're looking to counterattack, but it's broken up in the Firebirds midfield. And it's just a little bit of foul trying to get to the ball for the Firebirds.
Good hustle there from Skylar Meyer to earn that foul. Looks like Mason are going to try to speed up their build-up.
Ball played around the back once again, which we have not seen a whole lot of in this second half as we did in the first. Mason not controlling as much possession as they did in the first, which might explain the scoreboard currently.
Falls to Sebastian Maya.
Ball into Ben Damji, does a nice little move, looks for the cross, and just a little bit far for Josh Arrow as he looks to keep it in.
There's a lovely original scoop turn there from Ben Damji to create the space. Just nobody on the opposite side, just to tap it in on the cross. Things are looking good for the Comets, though, as they're creating more and more chances as compared to the first half. More dangerous chances, too.
Ball played out wide to Sebastian Amaya as he looks to cut in. Have a shot, but it's just wide of the post. That's another goal kick.
He winded up like he wanted a lot of power there, but just couldn't get the placement where he wanted it.
For both teams, more in the first half than the second, there's been a lot of shots off target in this game. I've not been able to find inside the post for either team.
The last few minutes have very much so calmed down from the start of the game, from the start of this half, rather.
Once again, a lot of aerial duels. No one deciding to bring the ball down and control it for themselves.
Lakota West is starting to establish a more composed style, choosing to head it back to the goalie as opposed to play out from the back.
Once again, played out of bounds by the Comets. Maybe becoming a little bit nervous because of the scoreboard, not connecting their passes as well as they have been.
That's the big key. Turnovers. When the Bengals are in the plus department in the matchups that Coach Lewis and Coach Harbaugh have been involved with, the Bengals are 10-0.
Good defense by Bola Adesanya on the far side.
While Mason does need to get more pressure into the attack, they can't let their defense suffer because of it, or they will concede more and more goals. But I think that with the midfield that they have established right now, they can hold.
And it looks like Carter Walmach whiffs as the ball goes out for a corner for the Firebirds.
Interesting to see how many Lakota West ends up putting into the box here if they decide to lay off a bit more.
Looks like there's 4 or 5 coming in the box for this corner. Keeping 3 back on the 2 Mason forwards.
They're assuring that there's no runouts or counterattacks for this Comets team.
Ball played in on the corner. Well won by Sebastian Amaya, but played right back in the midfield as it's cleared by Skylar Meyer, only as far as the center mid for the Firebirds.
The original cross was lofted pretty high, gave the defenders and attackers a lot of time to adjust to that ball in the air.
Substitution for the Comets. Garrett Cheeseman in for Michael Valcarcel.
USI Insurance Services, the Tri-State's #1 insurance broker. For over 100 years, your USI team has been protecting local businesses and employees. And today,
Throw-in coming in. Once again, lost by the Comets to the Firebirds. Nobody in the midfield for the Comets.
Let us show you how the right plan and the right partner can help protect your
Ball lost once again in the midfield. Looking to counterattack again, but Colby Kramer doing a good job to keep him wide and concede to throw-in.
The Lakota West Firebirds have started to go very north-south. It doesn't seem like they want to have the ball in their half, let alone in the midfield with Mason on the ball.
They're doing a good job of keeping up with constant pressure from the first half as they haven't slowed down one bit. That shows how good their endurance is.
It has come in very handy because they've put on good pressure that hasn't allowed Mason to find those diamonds and triangles in the midfield to build and create a good attack.
Ball played in after the throw-in. Looks to settle by the Firebirds, but it goes out for a Mason throw-in.
Looking to pick up the tempo, it seems.
Good little turn by Ben Damshi, but well defended.
A lot of good shield plays happened so far this game.
Ball brought down by the Firebirds, played back to the keeper. Looking to go long. Once again, an aerial duel from the midfield as the ball bounces. Looks like the Comets bring it down. But once again, lose the ball. Center backs for the Comets have not looked composed in this second half. Ball played wide. Looks for the cross, but just too far for number 21.
And a dangerous spot, but nobody to get on the end of that. With not many numbers forward, you don't expect them to be able to get many numbers onto crosses.
Looks like a Comet throw-in as it skims just off his head. Ball flicked on by Nick Kruger. Ball cleared once again by number 2 for the Firebirds, as he's done a lot of that in this game. Ball looked to play wide once again by Sebastian Amayo. Adesanya looks to play it down the line, but too long for Nick Kruger.
If Mason want to create a good attack, they're not going to be able to give up possession at any time. Because if Lakota West gets a send of the ball, they're clearing it far into the edges.
For that goal kick, we have a substitution. Lakota West, number 7, on for number 21. Lakota West, as they should, taking their time on the goal kicks. Looking to play long once again. Good win in the midfield by Skylar Meyer. Once again, no one in the midfield, though, for the Comets. Ball played long. But controlled down by Carter Walmock as he loses it once again. Ball played out wide, but good work back by Garrett Cheeseman in the midfield and Colby Kramer. Ball played back across the middle of the box and cleared, as that was a dangerous opportunity for the Firebirds.
He clearly wanted to square that ball across, but some good defense cut it out.
And Damshi holding the ball up, looking for his options. Looks long to Josh Iro, just a little bit short. As Nick Kruger wins the foul in the middle of the field.
This should be in a good position to do whatever they really want to do with it. He took a pretty heavy fall, but looks like he'll line up on the free kick as well.
Nick Kruger going up strong for this header and just gets undercutted by the Firebirds, number 12. Awkward situation as it's a little bit too far for a shot.
The Comets load up backside, so they're looking to do whatever they can off of this.
Looks to shoot, but it's hitting the wall. Play back out wide. Nick Kruger looking for the cross.
Lovely cutout from the Lakota West defender there. Bull Adesanya would have surely had something on it otherwise.
Tried to turn and shoot, but it's over the back of the goal by Mason Comets, number 21, Ben Damshi. Substitution on Michael Calvani, who conceded the penalty last time that he was in and got a yellow card, coming in for Colby Kramer.
We'll see what impact he can make now. He is a captain and a leader on this team.
Well, one thing we have not heard a lot this week, and I'm not sure why, is talk of the Bengals' primetime failures in recent years. We all know it has typically not gone well.
Once again, bad controls by the Mason Comets midfield. And a bad pass there by Skylar Meyer. Firebirds looking to work the ball up the far side of the field as it's cut out by the Comets. Carter Walmock looks to find Bull Adesanya down the far side of the field. This has got a little bit of time in the midfield. Good play out wide to Ben Damshi. Let's see if he can try to get a cross in. He's a defender, puts the ball in, back post. Good header and good goal by Josh Iro. Perfect cross in by Ben Damshi.
Lovely pace to get to that ball too there from Ben and put right onto Josh Ira's forehead. This is a start of, they're looking to mount a comeback now. They have 18 minutes, and if they keep up their attack and making good opportunities, it could happen. But Lakota West also needs to establish some composure and maybe play possession or make sure that they can't get back up into the attack.
As we see this replay, beautiful header by Josh Iro as he beats the keeper near post.
Absolute pinpoint cross there from Ben Damji.
Ball lost in the midfield as they look to counterattack right off the kickoff.
The crowd is getting into this game right now.
That is one thing you do not want if you're a Firehawk, as the black hole is a menace to be dealt with.
The momentum seems to be all in the Comets' favor right now. Let's see if they can capitalize on it.
Good defending by number 8 right there. Defending both of them at the same time.
A lot of last-inch challenges from the Firebirds.
Dink in, just straight to the keeper there by Skylar Meyer. Firebirds are going to take their time.
May have been looking for Josh Iro, but he was lined up a bit farther away and just couldn't find his head.
Ball bounces once again at center backs for the Comets. Ball won by Carter Womack. Let's see what Josh Iro can do. A little dink in, but it's cut out by the Firebirds. Looks to play back to Colin Hawkins once again.
First time he's seen the ball at his feet in a while.
Comets looking at just 3 shots on target. That last goal, and they counted Skylar's cross in as a shot as well. They're going to need a couple more of those on the board if they want to score some goals.
Establishing that width in the crosses has seemed to be the most effective way for them to get opportunities. It's just a matter of if the Comets are able to get somebody on the edge of it when they do establish that width in the cross.
Dangerous position here as we're looking for a whip back into the box. Ball played back in. The Firebirds cleared by the Comets as the Firebirds only committed 4 to the box there. Good body there once again from Skylar Meyer.
Good effort there from Lakota West, number 12, to win that ball in the midfield. He had to make a pretty long run to get there.
Looks for the cross back in, but it's cut out by number 19 for the Comets. Looks for a cross, but it's straight to the keeper. Hawkins looks to go long once again. Adesanya looking to win that ball, but he lets it bounce. Once again, another aerial duel for the Comets. Ball played wide for the Firebirds. Slipped up a little bit. Carter Womack cuts it out and tries to clear it up the sideline. Okay. Well, Adesanya cannot keep it in as it's a throw-in for the Firebirds.
It was the right idea and would have opened up a good counterattack had it gotten through, but just barely out of bounds there on the edge.
Substitution for the Comets. Koki Yoshihara in for Skylar Meyer.
With 15 minutes left to go, the Comets are trying to mount their comeback, and Lakota West Firebirds are just trying to hold on.
Firebirds doing a good job so far, but the Comets, we know, have the advantage right now with the last goal scored. Ball played long. Try to see it out, and it's out for a goal kick.
They're looking to pick up the tempo as the goalie runs out and decides to take the goal kick pretty quick.
Well done to get across there from the Firebirds center mid. Once again, lost in the midfield by the Comets. And looking to clear it once again. Cannot clear it all the way though.
Their clear only got as far as the center attacking mid.
Looking for the shot, and it's just over the bar. Good effort from 30 go.
Almost to the top corner, but slightly off, but it had good power to get there. Would have challenged Colin Hawkins.
Comets not even contesting for that ball in the midfield as Bola Adesanya picks the ball up. Looks to play Ben Damsey wide, who has his man, but well done from the keeper to come out and be composed in the face of pressure. As we see the replay here, keeper comes out nice and big, making sure that he gets the ball and doesn't concede a goal.
The fans seem to think that it was a corner, but the ref ruled it as a goal kick.
Nobody in a three-point stance yet on the defensive line for Baltimore. Now one player is, but that's it. Bunch of guys standing up. It's hard to tell which guys are coming. Shotgun snap. Dalton back to throw. Good protection. Runs it up the middle, but it's incomplete for Tyler Boyd. There's a penalty.
Good header by the
It's a 2-on-1 here versus.
Good job by Jake Snyder to keep him wide, and good slide tackle, and concedes a goal kick. The Firebirds concede a goal kick. Really well done there by Jake Snyder to get across. Ball coming back in the midfield. Once again, won by the Firebirds. Firebirds seem to be winning the ball quite a bit recently. Ball played wide.
Strong challenge there from Carter Womack.
Once again, doing a really good job on that far side, keeping him wide. As he's gone back to a center back role, he's done pretty well back there.
There's 5 kick returns, 3 punt returns. Movement by Wilson. Brandon Wilson, as he was the gunner.
Firebirds trying to post up. Looks for the cross in, bring down.
Back to the snap. Full start. Number 40.
Comets looking to clear the ball as they're looking to counterattack here with Michael Valcarcel looking to find Ben Damsey.
A Travella pass to find Ben Damsey's feet.
And offside. And didn't get to the ball anyways.
Just barely offsides there.
Had him if he took 2 touches less. Just a little bit offside there from Nick Kruger. Well done by the keeper to come out though.
He tried to hold his run, but just was barely offsides when the ball was hit.
Looking to run wide to the left, now cuts back toward the middle. He loses the football, and the Ravens recover inside their own 20.
Lakota West Firebirds are taking their sweet time now. 11 minutes to go, they're not rushing anything.
Once again, ball went out of the air by Carter Womack, but there's no one there to get it out off of him.
12:24 left in the first quarter.
Smartly done by Michael Calvani to just play the ball back to his keeper. Looking to switch the field now via Jake Snyder. Looks up the field, but cut out once again. Ball played out of bounds by number 20 of the Firebirds. Looks for a quick free kick. Throw in, sorry. Firebirds taking their sweet time as they look to wind down the clock as they're winning 3-1 with just 10 minutes to go.
Good chance to build here for the Comets. Establish that width, but he doesn't seem to have much support right now.
Sounds good, right? Hold up, you can't hear that mouth-watering sound or taste that beefy, melting, cheesy deliciousness.
And we're looking at a play on right now as the Comets look to build up.
Could have made the call there, but decided to give the advantage as he saw that the Comets could start an attack.
Substitution for the Firebirds.
Available at most restaurants in Texas, US. Not available in Alaska, Hawaii, and US territories. Ready to chill with award-winning Latula wines? Find their crisp.
And a yellow card for Michael Calvani, as that's his 2nd yellow, and he has a red card and he's out of the game. Comets are down to 10 men.
The captain Michael Calvani has been sent off for his 2nd yellow. He doesn't seem very content with the call.
It must have been dissent as there was no challenge committed by him.
Center ref is discussing with the head coach of the Comets on what happened, but there's no turning back that call now, so he's sent off.
No score, about 2.5 minutes into the game here on the First Star Logistics Bengals radio network. The Ravens in
Comets looking even more in a deficit here as they're having to come back from a 2-goal deficit to score.
And they are now down a man. So they have to choose between their defense and committing more to the attack to try to come back.
And as they're lined up right now, it looks like they're going for the attack. In contrast, Firebirds look to be falling back even more after that red card.
Being forced into a corner, it appears as though they may be going for a attacking 3 in the back with only 2 center mids now. The AR is continuing to talk with the head coach before they resume play. There can't be any extra time added on to these games, so this is only hurting the Comets' chance at a comeback.
Ball played down the line to Ben Damsey as he looks to scoop in. Somehow still has the ball. Amidst 3 Firebirds as he draws a foul.
An impressive Magooty spin there from Ben Damsey.
As he gets collapsed on by 3 Firebirds. One seemed to be coming in, slide tackling on him.
They're going to look to cross this here. And it appears as though they called off the free kick, even though Ben Damsey did score it.
Nick Kruger with the cross, but
Nick Kruger sent it across, but Ben Damsey put it in.
As we can see, the Black Hole is visibly upset about that one.
They're taking it again. I think the ball may have been rolling as he was kicking it, and that's why they had to retake the kick. Let's hope they can get the same. They're hoping for the same result here.
Ball played back in. Good finish by Ben Damsey.
Ben Damsey puts it in on an absolute rocket into the top right.
Ball failed to be cleared by the Firebirds as the Comets look to mount their comeback.
The Comets are looking, they may be a man down, but they're looking stronger than ever.
As we look at the replay, ball was failed to be cleared by the Firebirds. Falls perfectly to Ben Damsey, and he makes no mistake on that one.
You expect a talented striker like him to put those in the back of the net 90% of the time.
Ball played down the line to Josh Iro, the scorer of the first Comets goal. Ball played out to this wide side of the field. Comets looking to get a tackle in here. Looking desperate to get this tackle in. Well done by Garrett Cheeseman.
The Mason Comets fans are louder than they've been the whole game. They want this team to put in a 3rd goal and maybe even a 4th. They may be a man down, but they're playing like they aren't.
After that first 8 minutes of the half, the Firebirds have no match for the Comets. As the Comets have a throw in the corner as we're looking probably at a yellow card here. Yep. For delay of game by the Firebirds.
The numbers back are increasing for the Lakota West Firebirds. Mason needs to create an attack sooner than later with under 8 minutes left to go.
And less of what you don't, like 0 added sugar. Oikos, the official yogurt of your Cincinnati Bengals. Oikos Triple Zero non-fat yogurt is not a low-calorie.
Firebirds looking to allow the Comets to have the ball thrown in. Giving them time on the ball in the defensive half. Ball flicked on by Josh Iro, brought down by Bola Adesanya. Little dance, playing it back to Garrett Cheeseman as he looks long for Nick Kruger. Flick on goes to no one as he hustles back up. Clearance by the Firebirds, look to be brought down by Jake Snyder, but it's played. Ben Damsey, Michael Valcarcel. Looking for another clearance as the ball goes out of bounds and out of play.
regardless of the score, the effort put in by both of these teams is unmatched. Very impressive.
And that looks like a foul just outside the box. Once again, Ben Damji doing well to draw the foul, get in position there, making sure the defender can do nothing except for have the foul there. Here's another replay. Well won back by Bola Adesanya. Good ball through, but just fouled up Ben Damji there.
Two line up on the ball, Nick Kruger and Kogi Yoshihara. We'll see how they decide to take this.
20 yards out is very dangerous for either one of them. Probably looking at Nick Kruger here. Puts the ball up and just over the crossbar.
Such finesse on that shot. Didn't go for the power, just simply tried to place it into that top corner. He got the curve, but couldn't find its positioning.
As you see the replay here, keeper had it covered.
Hand to the post, he knew he was over.
Substitution for the Firebirds. Number 7 in for number 12.
But just hammer that thing up in there, lower the shoulder pads, square those pads up. Big third down conversion right here.
The Comets don't look like they want to go away from this game without at least 1 point. And the Lakota West Firebirds are making sure that they don't.
Comets looking to get back in this game through the ways of Ben Damji. He has a goal and an assist in this game. If they're going to get the ball, if they're going to get another goal, it's got to be through him. Well done by the Firebirds to keep it from being a corner.
Number 23, defense. Starts down at the 1-yard line.
Tony Jefferson is 5'11".
Nick Kruger looking for a long throw once again.
Finds Kogi Yoshihara at the top of the box.
Found Josh Ira back in the middle, but well done by the keeper to be aware and come out.
He's been very good on his feet and knowing when to come out so far this game.
Once again, looking to play long after a little bit of holding the ball, wasting some time. Just playing it long, trying to get there. Good pace shown by the Firebirds there. Maybe looking for a cross as he's wide open in the middle of the box. Just looking to hold it up in the corner. As there's a foul in the corner by the Comets on the Firebirds. Good strength and agility there by the Firebirds to hold that ball up in the corner.
You couldn't have asked for a better second half, a 5-goal thriller.
Or was this in the first half?
They're taking their leisurely time to get this free kick off. 5 men back, it appears, maybe one sitting at the 18. He instead decides. The Firebirds have now decided to hold the ball in the corner, shooting off the Comets players.
Interesting decision as there's still quite a bit of time left. 4 minutes left on the clock. Ball coming in. Good win from the Firebirds. Twice as Colin Hawkins is calm to get up. Looking to clear it up, but there's no one up there. As the ball falls to Ben Damji, the danger man in this game from the Comets.
Good interplay there, but unfortunately couldn't find it back to Michael Valcarcel.
Good little flick from the Firebirds. Looking to counter once again. But well defended by Kogi Yoshihara as he tries to find Josh Iro, but it's miscontrolled.
His touch led him a bit behind his momentum.
Good bring down. Foul on the Comets there.
They're going to wait to take this kick as long as they can. And there they go. They go long. There's only center forward.
Well done to win the ball. Looking for a shot. He's going wide, but staying out of the box. Colin Hawkins having to come out to get it. Played out of bounds.
First Star gives you the ability to earn the highest commission percentages in the industry with an unsaturated customer base. Give my friends at First Star Logistics
With 2 minutes left, the time for Mason to establish a good attack is crunched.
This is nothing like the game that we saw in the first half. Ball played right in the middle, but there's an offside, but the ref's not seeing it.
Much more open game in this second half. Anything could realistically happen.
Offside Firebirds.
They're going to go quick, give them as many opportunities to get this ball into the box and in the danger zone as possible.
Looking to play it long, potentially, as Carter Womack's working the ball up the field, playing it wide to Jake Snyder. Jake Snyder playing it to Michael Valcarcel, but it's intercepted.
Any remnants of formation seems to be gone for both of the teams at this point.
A little bit of luck there from Carter Womack as he tries to play the ball long.
Sometimes you need a little bit of luck, and it flicks on to Nick Kruger.
Nick Kruger looking for his pace, and there's a foul right outside the box.
That should be realistically should be a red card.
Last man.
Did they give it as a PK?
I think it's going to be just outside the box, but we'll see what the call is for the ref as we see the replay. Nick Kruger looking to use his pace and just flying by him, undercutting him.
The center back just fell down to chop him from getting to the ball. Right outside of the box, they give this free kick. The same two line up on it.
Replay of what happened about 5 minutes ago, where the ball went just over the goal from Nick Kruger.
This time it appears as though Koki Yoshihara will stand over it.
Yellow card given to the man, the last defender.
He may be lucky to not be sent off there. He was the last man. You know he's going to be looking for a goal here. It's just a matter of if he can get the placement and the power. With it being so close to goal, it's very hard to lift it over this wall and then get it into the top corner.
Realistically, for the Comets, this may be their last chance to salvage any points from this game with 1 minute and 6 left on the clock.
A lot of pressure here for number 18.
973 in 12 games. There's movement. Tight end lining up on the right side of the formation, Nick Boyle.
He looks cool and composed as he steps up to it.
Ball shot and off the crossbar. Good save by the keeper. Comets look to play the ball back in, but it's cleared out.
Falls to Colin Hawkins. He may look to whip it in early. Josh came in from an offside position.
Ref has called offside from a very poor. Ball is off of the crossbar after a great save from the keeper.
To push it up into the crossbar at that speed is very, very difficult.
When he came in last week, he typically lined up as a
Mason player called offside. And it looks like there's a yellow card.
Here it is again. Just barely skimmed it into the bar. The slight change in trajectory may have been the reason that it didn't bar down and go into the goal. Impressive save.
And his momentum takes him to the 47 before Jesse Bates makes the stop.
Center ref talking to the AR about the offside call just there. AR caught way out of position there, calling the offside anyways. Comets were very unhappy about that one. Ball played long. One again by the Comets. Played just out of bounds. Comets will look to hurry up. Everyone up the field for the Comets. Everyone up for the Comets, including the keeper.
Here. Colin Hawkins gets into the box. I'm sure he loves being in this situation.
Good ball played in, but looks like there's going to be a corner late in the game. Let's see if they can get the.
They don't have much time. They have 13 minutes to get this, 13 seconds rather, to get this corner kick off. Are they able to do it?
Corner off and cleared out, and it looks like that is going to be game. as the Firebirds beat the Mason Comets 3-2.
A great second half for both teams, but unfortunately the Mason Comets came up short. Great hustle from both sides, though.
Coaches talk about winning the first 5, and Mason did not do that in the second half, but came back strong. But lacked the final goal to tie it up.
Slightly sluggish in the first 8 minutes of the second half, and you never know what can happen when you play a bit sluggish.
3-2, Firebirds. This has been ICRC-TV. I've been Ryan.
And I've been Kyle Harris.
See you next time.